everyone, welcome back to Outdoors and Country Living. If you watched our garden tour video, you'll know that our blackberries are turning ripe. So today, as promised, that I mentioned in that video, I'm going to show you how we make blackberry jam here at our house. So we're going to have 20 cups of blackberries, and I am doubling this recipe. It's a large batch because my lovely husband was kind enough to go out and pick all these berries, the majority of them. I did some, but very little compared to him. And he was in amongst the briars and was getting pricked and poked and scratched, and he even got chewed up by chiggers, so bless his heart. So I have a lot of blackberries, so I am making a big batch of jam today. In this 22-quart stainless steel stock pot, again, you want to use a non-reactive pot, so make sure it's stainless steel. There's a gnat in here. We've got 20 cups of cleaned, washed blackberries. Now I just run them under some running water, pick out any leaves or stems or any other debris that you don't want in your jam, obviously. So look in here, there's 20 cups, and I'm going to take this meat stomper and crush up these berries as best I can. They will cook down, so I'm not overly concerned if they're not all perfectly crushed. This just helps start to break them down. This recipe is pretty simple. It has 3 ingredients: blackberries, sugar, and fresh lemon juice.
What kind of sugar?
Oh yeah, Ronnie from Early Bird Farms SC and Southern Food Junkie wanted to know what kind of cane sugar that we used. And here it is, Ronnie. I get this at most big box stores or any grocery store. So, to this we're gonna add 10 cups of sugar. And then fresh lemon juice. This was juice from 3 pretty large lemons, and it's 3/4 of a cup. Add that. Stir it all together. Okay, it's stirred together. So we're just gonna turn this burner on to about medium and let it start to cook down. Similar, if you watch the strawberry rhubarb jam recipe, it's the same process. You wanna bring this to a low boil for several minutes, and then we'll keep watching it. So we'll be back as soon as this starts coming to a low boil, and we'll show you more. Jam is warmed up and it's at this low boil, and we're going to try to maintain this low boil for quite a while until we reach that magic temperature. If you watched the strawberry and rhubarb jam video, I told you what the magic temperature was. And again, I use a candy thermometer when I'm making jams. Obviously I can't clip this on this gigantic pot, so I'm just gonna periodically have to hold it in the jam. I'm not gonna do it yet because I know it's not even near that temperature, but use a candy thermometer, or you can use some older methods, but I can show you those again later when we get a little bit closer. Just maintain this low boil, because if you let it get out of control, it's really gonna foam up and it can overflow your pot, which you don't want. So just stay with it here in the kitchen. Don't go too far from it, and give it an occasional stir. Make sure it's not sticking to the bottom, and and we'll keep watching it until we reach that magic temperature of 220. Finally, we reached 220 degrees. That did take quite a while. You can see how shiny and nice looking that jam is. It actually cooked down about 2 inches in the pot. But I want to show you, if you don't have a candy thermometer, as I showed you in the strawberry rhubarb jam, you can do a couple other methods. The sheeting method, how it's coming off in a bigger clump and how it's sticking to the spoon. That indicates that it'll gel nicely and set up. Another trick is the plate trick, and I showed you with just a room temperature plate in the strawberry rhubarb jam video, but I've stuck one in the freezer, and that's another way you can do it. So let me grab that. You just take your cold plate and put a little bit of this jam on it. Let it set up a minute. You can either tip the plate, see how it takes a while. Granted, there's fruit in this, so it's not gonna run together as easily, but you can also swipe your finger through it. And it's sticking to my finger quite a bit, so it's done. I can hold that up and it's not gonna run off super fast. We're gonna just throw this into some pint jars so we can can it in the water bath canner for 10 minutes. We use pint jars at our house because we have a family of 5, and the little jelly jars are pretty worthless for us because we can pretty much go through one in one time of use. So we like the pint jars. Plus, if you give them as gifts, it's a little more generous gift than a little jelly jar. I'm gonna get the jam in the jars and I'll show you how we do the water bath canner. We got 7 pints of blackberry jam and enough for breakfast in the morning here in this jar. So this is gonna go in the fridge for tonight and we'll eat it tomorrow. But these 7 are gonna go in this water bath canner, which I've already added some water, and I have the burner turned on high. I'm gonna see if I need any more water. Not much, actually. You wanna bring it 1 inch to 2 inches over the top of the jars. The water, that is. That's good. Put the lid on it. But I just wanted to show you this canning funnel that I use to fill the jars with. See how thick that is? And also it's dripping. How the drips are kind of frozen in time, so to speak. But it's really good. Tom actually just tasted it on a piece of toast and he said it's quite thick, so that's a good thing. So we're just gonna let this come to a boil. We'll be back. The water bath canner is now at a rolling boil. I've started the timer for 10 minutes. Time is up. Let's get these out. Hang on a second. Okay, I just lifted the jars up out of the water. Just gonna set these here on this towel overnight. In the morning, they should be ready to label and then put downstairs with all of our other canned goods to be used. them popping already. There you have it. That's how we make blackberry jam here on Outdoors and Country Living. Hopefully you can make some blackberry jam yourself and enjoy it this winter with your family. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe because we have a lot more recipes and canning things that we'd like to show you. Thanks again. Take care and have a good night. See you later.